Hey everyone! Welcome back to our BEDucation series, where we explore the exciting and challenging world of Burning Man. Today we're diving into an important topic that intersects with consent: why silence is not consent. But before we explore that, let's talk about the instinctive responses our bodies can have in certain situations. It's time to learn about the flight, fight, and freeze reactions. Imagine you find yourself in a situation where your safety or comfort is compromised. Your body may respond in different ways: flight, fight, or freeze. These instinctive reactions have evolved to help us navigate threatening situations. So let's break them down and understand their significance. The flight response is all about getting away from danger. When we feel threatened, our bodies may trigger a desire to escape or avoid the situation. It's crucial to acknowledge that flight can manifest as verbal or physical withdrawal, including silence. On the other hand, the fight response is when we stand our ground and confront the threat. This instinct drives us to protect ourselves or others, and it can involve assertive communication or taking action. Silence might not be part of the fight response, as it focuses on active engagement. Lastly, the freeze response is when our body temporarily shuts down or becomes immobile. This reaction can occur when we feel overwhelmed or unable to escape the situation. Freeze can manifest as silence, as our minds and bodies become temporarily immobilized. Now here's where it gets critical. Assuming that silence equals consent disregards the flight, fight, and freeze responses. When we assume consent based on silence alone, we ignore the complexities of human behavior and the diverse way people react to stress or discomfort. Consent should never be assumed, especially in situations where silence might be the result of fear, confusion, or feeling overwhelmed. We need to create an environment that encourages active communication, where everyone feels empowered to express their boundaries and desires. So how can we ensure that silence is not mistaken for consent? It starts with education and understanding. By learning about the flight, fight, and freeze responses, we can better comprehend the nuances of human behavior in different situations. Let's foster a culture that respects and values individual boundaries, where consent is sought actively and explicitly. Remember, consent is an ongoing process that requires communication and respect for each person's anatomy. As we wrap up this video, I urge each one of you to remember that silence is not consent. Let's educate ourselves and others about the flight, fight, and freeze responses, and the importance of seeking explicit, enthusiastic agreement. Together we can create a world where consent is fully understood in practice. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful in navigating consent at Burning Man, share it with your fellow burners and let them know about the Bureau of Erotic Discourse's BEDucator Program at BEDucator.teachable.com, where you learn how to define your camp's unique consent policy. Stay safe, take care, and remember, silence is not consent. See you in the next video.